Hello guys, and welcome to another installment of A Computers and Technology. I am really excited for today. Have an awesome project coming up for you guys. All of the solar equipment has just been sitting across my room for the past 3 weeks, and I've been so anxious to actually tear all these boxes open and get started with the solar project, which is exactly what I'm going to do today. Now, I am going to have to split this video up into 2 parts just because I have a ton of footage to work with. Splitting it up into 2 parts is going to make life a lot easier for me. So in this part, first off, I'm going to tell you guys why exactly I'm doing this and how I plan to execute it. Then I'm going to take all the equipment out of the box. We'll take a look at what I bought. Then I'm going to take the components of the solar system and throw everything all together. That's going to be about it for this video. And then in the next video, I'm going to head outside. We're going to mount the solar panel up, run the wire into the room to the actual solar components, and get everything all set up and running. Alright, so we're going to take a trip off the tripod. I'm going to tell you guys why exactly I am doing this. So I'm building a small solar system right now, kind of as a test run in anticipation of building a much larger one in the future to power my servers in the back. So we'll go into our, I guess, server room back here and take a look at what exactly I have running. So this is a Core 2 Duo machine. This is running the, or hosting the AA Cat Archives website. And then I'm also planning to build a network attached storage system in the near future. Now, if I do plan to run the servers off solar power 24/7, I'm going to have to make some changes because these are pretty power hungry. This one consumes about 85 watts at idle, and the AMD Sempron machine that I'm planning to use as the network attached storage system also consumes about 85 watts. So with my budget, I have about a $500 to $600 budget for the final solar system. Running these systems 24/7 on an off-grid setup is not really feasible. So I went ahead, I went on eBay, and I bought some small form factor Intel Atom machines for like $7 a piece. They were like dirt cheap because no one wants them anymore. And I'm going to see how those work out as servers. Now, I think something like that would probably be fine for the web server, but I'm not sure about the network attached storage system because FreeNAS is pretty resource intensive. Now, why in the world would I want to invest the money to pull these systems off grid? Well, I still live with my parents. It's a very practical living arrangement. The college that I go to is 30 miles down the road, and there's really no point in paying for student housing when I could just live here. It makes a lot more sense just to live here. I'm saving a lot of money that way, and they're completely fine with it. But the thing is, of course, these are on their electrical bill, and I would really like to get these things off their electrical bill. I mean, they don't have a problem with it, but I personally feel bad for kind of racking up their electrical bill with the servers. I would feel a lot better if I took these off their power bill and put them on an off-grid system, and also it would be cool to be a little bit greener as a YouTube channel as well. And I also think it'd just be really cool to run these things off solar. So now let's get to the smaller system. The smaller system is, as I said earlier, it's a trial run. I want to see how easy it would be to set up a solar setup like this and how easy it would be to maintain it in the long run. I'm probably going to run with this small setup for about 6 months. And if all goes well, I will upgrade to the larger setup, and of course I will make a video about that. But the smaller setup will be running my primary use desktop, which is this Pytop Seed right here with the Odroid C2 single board computer inside. It's also going to be powering 2 LED lights, one right here and one right here, and it will be charging my mobile devices too. Okay, so I think I hit all of the background. Let's go ahead and take all this equipment out of the box. As you can see right here, the solar panel is already out of the box because I was trying to plan out where exactly I want to put this and how I want to go about mounting this. This is a Synthesis Power 50-watt panel, polycrystalline panel, and if we move to the back, you can see that it has pre-attached MC4 connectors, and we also have a little spec sheet right here. I got this thing for $69 off eBay. If you guys want to check it out, the link will be in the description. Actually, the link for all this stuff will be in this description if you want to maybe, have a go at building a solar system of your own. Okay, so it was clear that a lot of that packaging was not frustration free, but as you can see, I managed to get everything out in front of me. I'm going to show you guys what exactly I bought. Not going to stay on it too long because it's going to get boring after a while, and I'm going to take all this stuff and consolidate it into this electrical box. So starting from the left, I have a 20 amp dual cooler charge controller. Bought this off Amazon for 10 bucks. I have some MC4 connectors right here, and of course I'll throw up some B-roll on the screen so you guys can actually see what I bought because the camera's kind of far away right now. I have 2 analog voltage meters right here, a fuse holder, some Velcro to hold everything in the case right here, and of course to hold the case up to the side of my desk. I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to mount this in part 2. I have a 12-volt socket adapter with a fuse built in, or a fuse holder built in. I have a 20 amp hour, what brand is this? This is a Expert Power battery, and then of course I have the electrical box right here, just a plastic electrical box I bought off eBay. You know, I thought it was going to be a steel enclosure, but after I read the title more closely, it's actually a plastic enclosure, which is fine for this application. I have a 175 watt modified sine wave inverter, so this is going to take the DC from our battery and convert it to AC sine wave. And someone said that I should probably opt just to go for a completely 12-volt system, and I completely agree with them. When I build a larger system, I am going to try to run the servers off 12 volts because I believe those Intel Atom machines actually do run off 12 volts. So, you know, I'll actually check that out when they arrive. It's going to be probably a week before they get here, but I might be able to run those systems off 12 volts. I have some really cheap 12-gauge copper-clad aluminum wire right here. I wasn't really concerned about the wire because it's going to be a temporary setup. I just bought the cheapest stuff I could find, and I think I have touched on everything at this point. You know, let's just take I could tell you guys how I'm going to put it in here, but I'd rather just show you guys. So I'm going to take all this stuff and throw it into the enclosure right now. So I tried out a couple of configurations, and I like this one the best. I'm going to have the battery in the bottom left corner, charge controller right next to it, and our 170 watt inverter up there. I'm going to take these voltage meters and mount them to the side. One is going to show the output from the battery, and one's going to show the output from the panels. Now, with that, I could actually mount these to the front as well, but it makes more sense to mount them to the side just because of where exactly I want to position this case. It's going to be easier to see them if I mount them to the side. So I'm going to go ahead and drill out the holes for these. I'm not going to show it on camera because that's going to be pretty boring, and then I'll come back to you guys. And there we go. That's where I'm going to place the voltage meters. As you can see on this top hole, I went a little... Oh god, that looks awful. I went a little bit crazy with that one. I mean, no one's going to see this. It's going to be stuck under my desk. I could care less about how it looks, but I got tired with this one, and I kind of zoned out. And as you can see, bad things happen. But both the holes are drilled out, and I am ready to throw everything together now. Alright guys, it is looking good. I got everything up and working. I have my power supply over here set to 14 volts, and I'm just going to hook it up to the solar charger. And as you can see, according to the charger, we are charging the battery, and this is acting as our sort of dummy solar panel. As you can see, I do have a little bit of work left. Let me move over to the other side here so you guys can get a better view. As you can see, the cables are pretty messy, so I'm going to grab some Velcro and tie those up. I'm also going to put some hot glue down on these cables right here to act as a sort of stress relief, and then of course I need to glue down these meters on the side, which are working just fine. If my camera would focus, there you go. That's the one for the battery, and the one at the top is the one for the solar input. As you can see, everything is all hooked up and ready to go. I have the power inverter up right here. There's a 50-watt halogen lamp hooked up to it, and that part of the system is functioning just fine. We have a fuse right here, our 20 amp hour battery down here, our charge controller, another fuse going out to the solar panels, of course, our 2 analog voltage meters, and then on the end of these wires, I went ahead and attached some MC4 connectors, so that's going to be really easy to hook up to the solar panels once I run the cabling around here. Now you can take a look at those analog voltage meters. Those things look really cool. If my camera would get in focus, there we go. You can take a look at that, and as you can see, there's nothing coming in on the solar side because it's not hooked up, and our battery is sitting at around 13 volts right now, so that is all fine and dandy. Alright guys, so that's going to be about it for this part of the video. I have the base of the system ready to go. All I need to do is run a cable around here and hook it up from the solar panel. Now I have gotten some outside help. My dad saw me doing this project this morning. He was really interested in it, really excited about it, and he helped me with the mounting situation in the back. He was building a really cool mounting solution, and I think he's actually about done by now. He was making really good progress the last time I checked, so that will be in part 2. Everything's almost ready to go, and I'm super excited about this. Gonna finish it up today, thanks to my dad, because it's already like 3 o'clock, and you know, building a mounting post and everything else will take a couple hours, so I might even be able to get this video published today. That would be cool. Anyway, guys, stick around for part 2. When part 2 is up, I will link it in the description. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can go ahead and post a comment in the comment section. Please keep in mind, I am not an expert in this. This is just for fun. I never said I was some kind of expert with solar power and photovoltaic systems in this video, so, you know, if you have any good advice for me, please post it in the comment section. I would really appreciate it. And maybe if I forgot to say something important in this video, you can also post that in the comment section. If I, find it important, I will bring it up in part 2 of this video. And, that's going to be about it. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to drop a like on this video. If you want to support me, you can use my Amazon or eBay affiliate link. Once again, all of these components right here will be in the description if you want to check them out. And I think I hit on everything. If you want to support me, you can also check out my Patreon. And of course, don't forget to drop a like on the Facebook page. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in part 2 of this video. Alright, so change of plans. I am going under the house now. Oh, did you get stuck? Oh, yum. That's a lie. Where's the vent? Oh, right there. Oh, okay. Alright. And, oh, that's disappointing. We got nothing.